004. Second case is cause number 329-006. Third case is cause number 329-412. Fourth case is cause number 330-922. Fourth case is cause, the fifth case is cause number 330-930. Sixth case is cause number 330-924. Seventh case is cause number 330-926, and the eighth case is cause number 330-928. All eight cases are styled the state of Texas versus Joseph Fontenot. Mr. Fontenot, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Fontenot, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Fontenot, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Fontenot, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Fontenot?
Doing all right.
That's good. Now, Mr. Fontenot, you're here represented by your attorney, Mr. Charles McIntosh. Mr. McIntosh, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, Judge.
That's good. Mr. McIntosh, do you waive a record in Mr. Fontenot's case?
Absolutely, Judge.
Mr. Fontenot, I just swore you in, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Fontenot, I have before me in cause number 329-004 information that alleges that on or about March 28 of 2021, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class A misdemeanor offense of unlawful restraint. Mr. Fontenot, do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes, sir.
And to this charge, Mr. Fontenot, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? Uh-oh, they got a problem on this one.
What was that, Judge?
No, he must be on his, yeah, but if the information say unlawful restraint, the docket sheet says unlawful restraint, family violence, and the judgment and the plea information forms is unlawful restraint, family violence.
Oh, okay.
He's only charged with unlawful restraint.
Okay.
Okay?
All right, good.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a problem with the,
There's no victims on the other three? Just the
it's not,
There is not a no contact order except for on the fourth one.
The 329004.
No, ma'am. 330-922 is what we have as the fourth one, but I don't know. So there are
No
on,
contact on the 329004.
that's correct.
Okay,
And then 330-922.
okay, I didn't get to that one. Okay. Well, that one, okay. 330, okay, so both of those.
okay, 2402.
Oh, no. And this one? Yeah, that one.
Okay. Okay, so they have him charged as as unlawful restraint, 22.02 in the Texas Penal Code. And I know that on the misdemeanor plea admonishments, as well as the trial court certifications, defendant's right of appeal is labeled as a unlawful restraint, family violence. And pursuant to Article 42.01, well, first of all, there's in the Penal Code 20.02, which is under Title 5 of the Penal Code, unlawful restraint, it does not have family violence in it. However, under Article 42.013, the court can make a finding of family violence in the trial of an offense under Title 5 Penal Code if the court determines that the offense involved family violence as defined by Section 71.004 of the Family Code. The court shall make an affirmative finding of that fact and enter the affirmative finding in the judgment of the case. And Section 71.004 of the Texas Family Code defines family violence as an act by a member of a family or household against another member of the family or household that is intended to result in physical harm, bodily injury, assault, or sexual assault, or that is a threat that reasonably places the member in fear of imminent physical harm, bodily injury, assault, or sexual assault, but does not include the defensive measures to protect oneself. And it says abuse as term is defined in Section 261.001, Section 1 CE, G, H, I, J, K, M, a member of the family or household toward a child of the family or household. Dating violence or the term defined by Section 71.0021. So in order to have family violence, the court has to make a finding of family violence. And I think for some reason, it came out of, it comes out in the judgment and on the waivers without the court having made a finding on it. So I think what we need to do is we have to proceed. Let me see what the and advisor owner did not include physical contact. That's what he advised. Threatening. Oh, what's a threat? Okay. Okay, court is gonna let's see, let's do this here. Now, Mr. Fontenot,
Yes, sir.
to the information alleges that on or about March 28th of 2021, that you committed to Class A misdemeanor offense of a lawful restraint. And to this offense, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, no contest?
Yes,
Now, you're pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
yes, sir.
And are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Fontenot, I also have before me, in cause number 329004, I have before me a document that is titled misdemeanor plea admonishments. You recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 2 of this same document, there are a set of initials on the line next to a box that says check guilty. Did you place your initials on this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 3 of this same document, there is a signature above the line that is titled defendant. Is that your signature?
Yes, sir.
And on the next document, which is titled trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature above the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
There are 2 boxes that's checked at the top of this document. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And the second box states that you are waiving your right to an appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Fontenot, I also have a document here that is titled Discovery Certification. Mr. Fontenot, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature above the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Fontenot, prior to signing and initialing these documents, did your attorney go over these documents with you? And did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
State, I have before me state's exhibit number 1. State, you like to offer states 1?
No objection.
No objection. State's exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Mr. McIntosh, you advising counsel, Mr. Fontenot, is there any evidence that he's currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Fontenot, your attorney, Mr. McIntosh has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Fontenot, I will accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that you are mentally, well, I'll find that you're mentally competent to stand trial. I'll also find that your pleas and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
What is that agreement?
It's going to be 300 days county jail, probated over 18 months. It's an $800 fine, 80 hours community service, anger management class, no contact with the victim, Cornethia Green.
No contact. Not, no, say,
Cornethia,
C-O-R or what?
Nethia.
I-A,
Yes, Your Honor.
Green,
Yes, Your Honor.
Green.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
And then to run concurrently with cause numbers 329006,
329006,
329
329
412,
412
and 330
330
922.
922.
And we're going to dismiss in consideration for the pleas, Your Honor, cause numbers 330
330
930,
930
330
330
924,
924
330
330
926,
926
and 330
and 330
928.
928. Okay. Okay, now, Mr. Fontenot,
Yes, sir.
well, first of all, let me do this here. It's a no contact with Corinthian Green, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And Mr. Fontenot, are you related to Corinthia Green?
That's my wife.
Okay, so that's a family member.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the court is going to take judicial notice of the probable cause affidavit that is in the court's file. Also, now, Mr. Fontenot,
Yes, sir.
you said you're related to Miss Green is your wife, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And the allegations in this court that you pled true to in the probable cause affidavit states that, not later down, 2 weeks ago, that you was threatened to kill everyone. Let's see. So according to Corinthia Green, Joseph was holding a knife, which later turned out to be a screwdriver in his hand, threatening to kill everyone multiple times while locking the front door of the residence, not allowing her, Jesse Marks, Corian Green, Jalen Fontenot, Jacoria Fontenot, Jalelia Fontenot, and Tanya Tolson to leave the residence. She committed that Joseph specifically speaking to her while Joseph stated the above. Okay, so the court pursuant to Article 42.0, 42.013 and of the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure and Section 71.004 of the Texas Family Code. Applying the facts to the rule, the court is going to make a finding that in the trial of this offense, which is under Title V of the Texas Penal Code, the court determines that the offense involves family violence as defined by Section 71.004 of the Texas Family Code, and the court makes an affirmative finding of that fact and enter an affirmative finding in the judgment in this case. So the court is making an affirmative finding of family violence in this case. Okay, so now the state is offering that you serve 300 days in the Jefferson County Jail. However, you will be placed on probation for 18 months. Let me do this here. Did I ask you whether or not you was waiving a record?
Yes, Judge, you have.
Oh, you did. Okay. And you stated that you was waiving a record, is that correct?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, so now the state is offering that you serve 300 days in Jefferson County Jail. However, you will not have to serve any time in Jefferson County Jail because that you'll be placed on probation for 18 months. During the 18-month probationary period, you'll be required to pay a fine of $800 plus court costs of $402, which comes to a total of fine and court costs of $1,202. You will also be required to pay a probation fee of $60 each month, a urinalysis fee of $15 each month. You will also be required to reimburse the Jefferson County court-appointed attorney's fee of $250. Now, your total monthly installments will be $165. That is the total amount that you would have to pay each month while you're on probation is $165. Mr. Fontenot, will you be able to pay the $165 each month?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Fontenot, you will also be required to perform 80 hours of community service, pay a fine of $100 to the Family Violence Center in Jefferson County. You would have to attend and complete an anger management class. You cannot have any contact with Corinthia Green, and cause numbers 330930 and cause number 330924, cause number 330926, and cause number 330928 will be dismissed. In this case, will run concurrently with cause number 329006, cause number 329412, and cause number 330922. Mr. Fontenot, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Fontenot, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now. Okay. Next case is cause number 329006. Case is style of State of Texas versus Joseph Fontenot. Mr. Fontenot was previously sworn. Mr. Fontenot, I have before me an information that alleges that on or about March 28 of 2021, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class A misdemeanor offense of terroristic threat, family violence. Mr. Fontenot, do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes, sir.
And to this charge, Mr. Fontenot, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, no contest?
Guilty.
Now, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Fontenot, I have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishment. You recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Fontenot, on page 2 of this document, there's a set of initials JF on the line next to a box that says guilty. Are these your initials?
J. Yes, sir, that's mine.
And on the next page of the same document, there's a signature above the line that's titled defendant. Is that your signature?
Yes, sir.
And on the next document, which is titled trial court certification, the defendant's right of appeal, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature?
Yes, sir.
There are two boxes that's checked at the top of this document. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
The second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And Mr. Fontenot, I have another document here. This document is titled Discovery Certification. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
Is this your signature above the line? It's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Fontenot, prior to signing and initialing these documents, did your attorney go over these documents with you? And did you read and understand everything in these documents? And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
State, I have before me, states exhibit number 1. State, you like to offer states 1?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objections? No objections? No objections. States exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Mr. McIntosh, you advised in counsel, Mr. Fontenot, in this case. Is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
They are.
Mr. Fontenot, your attorney, Mr. McIntosh, is advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation in this case?
Yes, sir.
Has he provided fully effective and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Fontenot, I will accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea of guilty and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what is that agreement?
300 days jail, probated over 18 months.
Okay.
There's no fine, no community service in this one. To run concurrently with cause numbers 329-004, 329-412, and 330-922. Dismiss cause numbers.
Well, if I may, since we've already put that on 1, I'm okay if we leave that off of these just for expedience purposes, but it doesn't matter either way. As far as which cases are being dismissed because of the plea, because we're already doing it for the other one. So I'm okay if we don't worry about the numbers.
She's already typed up.
Already on all of them.
That's fine. That's fine.
What is that?
330-930,
330-930. What else?
330-924,
330-924. And what else?
and 330-926.
330-926. I think I missed one.
330-928.
Okay, 330-928. Yeah, that's
Which one?
06. Yeah, 06. Terroristic threat, family violence. Okay, thank you. Mr. Fontenot,
Yes, sir.
the state is offering that you serve 300 days in Jefferson County Jail. However, you not have to serve 300 days in Jefferson County Jail because you will be placed on probation for 18 months. During the 18-month probationary period, you'll be required to pay you will not be required to pay a fine. However, you will be required to pay court costs of $402. You will not be required to pay a probation fee because you're paying it in other case. You will be required to pay your analysis fee. And you'll be required to reimburse your court-appointed attorney's fees in this case. Now, your total monthly installments, the total amount that you would have to pay each month on this case is $45 a month. Will you be able to pay the $45?
Yes, sir.
You'll also be required to perform 80 hours of community service, 80 hours of community service, excuse me. You'll be required to pay $100 to a family violence center in Jefferson County, you would have to attend and complete an anger management class. The state will be dismissing cause number 330-930 and cause number 330-924 and cause number 330-926 and cause number 330-928. This case will run concurrent with cause numbers 329-412, cause number 330-922, and cause number 329-004. Mr. Fontenot, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Fontenot, I will move to your next case. Yes, 3294. Okay. This one is like, we're gonna have to put a, okay.
Because it's the same
I
facts,
see
out
it.
of the same course of conduct,
Yeah,
we waive you having to make the finding, but understand if you feel like you have to.
oh,
But
it's mandatory. It's not
well,
waivable.
we're agreeing that you've already
Okay.
found it, I guess, if
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Okay, now, Mr. Fontenot, I have before me in cause number 329-412, an information that alleges that on or about March 28th of 2021, while you're in Jefferson County, Texas, you committed class A misdemeanor offense of unlawful restraint. Mr. Fontenot, do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes, sir.
And to discharge, Mr. Fontenot, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, no contest.
Guilty.
Now, you're pleading guilty freely and voluntarily,
Yes, sir.
and are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Fontenot, I have before me a document that is titled misdemeanor plea admonishments. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 2 of the same document, Mr. Fontenot, are these your initials on the line that's checked it up next to a box that's titled guilty?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Fontenot, I also have before me on the next page a signature above the line that is titled defendant. Is that your signature?
Yes, sir.
And Mr. Fontenot, I have another document. This document is titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
Is that your signature above the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
There are 2 boxes that's checked at the top of this document. The first box states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Second box states that you're waiving your right to an appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Fontenot, I also have another document here. This document is titled Discovery Certification. Recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
Is that your signature
Yes, sir.
above the line of title defendant? Mr. Fontenot, prior to signing and initialing these documents, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir.
And did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
State, I have before me State's Exhibit number 1. State, you like to offer State's 1?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any
No
objection?
No
No
objection.
objection. State's Exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Mr. McIntosh, you advising counsel, Mr. Fontenot, is there any evidence that he's currently mentally incompetent at trial?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Fontenot, your attorney, Mr. McIntosh is advising counsel in this case as well. Are you satisfied with the representation?
Yes, sir.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Fontenot, I will accept your plea guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. We'll also find that your plea guilty and waivers was freely and voluntarily given. We'll also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reason without state. Do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
What is that agreement?
It's 300 days jail, probated over 18 months. There's no fine,
Okay,
no community service,
okay,
anger management class,
okay.
and will run concurrently with cause numbers 329-004,
329 004
329-006,
329 006
and 330-922.
922
And the state agrees to dismiss cause numbers 330,
330
930,
930
330,
330
924,
924
330,
330
926,
926
and 330,
330
928.
928. Yeah, that judgment. That's 12. Thank you. Mr. Fontenot, the state is offering that you serve 300 days in Jefferson County Jail. However, you not have to serve any time in Jefferson County Jail because you'll be on probation for for 18 months in each case. And you will also, in this case, you will not be required to pay a fine. However, you will be required to pay court costs of $357. You will not be required to pay a probation fee because you paid a probation fee in your other case. You will be required to pay a urinalysis fee of $15. And your total amount of your monthly installments that you'll be required to pay is $40. Per month.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Fontenot, will you be able to pay the $40 per month?
Yes, sir.
You'll also be required to perform 80 hours of community service. You will pay a $100 fee to a family violence center in Jefferson County. You would have to attend and complete anger management class. And cause number 330930 and cause number 330924 and cause number 330926 and cause number 330928 will be dismissed. And this case will run concurrently with cause numbers 329004 and cause number 329006 and cause number 330922. You would also be required to adhere to the other standard terms and conditions of this probation, as well as your other probation. Now, Mr. Fontenot, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Mr. Fontenot, this next case. Mr. Fontenot, the court will follow the plea bargaining agreements that you've entered into with the state in each one of your cases. Now, we will proceed to your court case. The next case is cause number 330922. And I have before me let me back up. Now, Mr. Fontenot, in the back in cause number 329412, the state is making a finding of family violence, and that finding of family violence give me that first judgment. Yeah, the first one I did. Done lawful restraint. I was gonna make a finding. I have to make a finding on. Well, I made a finding on that one, right?
Right, so you want it on this one? as
Right.
well?
Let me see, so I can,
329,
yes. And so, Mr. Fontenot, the court is gonna take judicial notice of the probable cause affidavit that's in the file. And the court is also, is going to take in consideration the, let's see. Now, the victim in this case, hold on a minute. Is that Tanya Tolson?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Fontenot, you related to Tanya Tolson?
You can say it's my mother-in-law.
Okay, so you related, so that's a family member, you related by affinity, by marriage,
Yes, sir.
okay? And so, let's see, hold on a minute. Let's see what the family code says. 71.04. Family violence,
Just-
household family. Family includes individuals related by consanguinity or affinity. Okay, as determined by, okay, individual or formal. Okay, so you say you're related by marriage, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
That's your mother-in-law?
Yes, sir.
Okay, by affinity. Okay. By marriage, yeah. Go into marriage. Whether those individuals together, okay. Okay, so Mr. I know the court is going to make a finding of family violence pursuant to Article 42.013 of Texas Code of Criminal Procedure. And Mr. Joseph Fano, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Fontenot, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you've made in cause number 329412. Now, Mr. Fontenot, we will proceed to your next case, which is cause number 330922.
42.013 or 012?
I said three, didn't
Okay, I thought you said two.
I? Okay, well, 40,
42.01.
yeah, it's 42.013 of the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure. Okay, that was the finding of family violence. Okay. Now, we're in session in cause number 330922. Case is style of state of Texas versus Joseph Fontenot. And I have before me an information that alleges that on or about March 28 of 2021, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class A misdemeanor offense of terroristic threat, family violence. Mr. Fontenot, do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes, sir.
And to this charge, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, no contest.
Guilty.
Now, you're pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Fontenot, I have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishments. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 2 of the same document, there's a set of initials JF on the line that's next to a box that says check guilty. You place your initials on this document.
Yes, sir.
There's also a signature above the line on the third page, above the line that's titled defendant. Is that your signature?
Yes, sir.
On the next document, which is titled trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal, Mr. Fontenot, you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And, or is this your signature above the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
There are two boxes that's checked at the top of this document. The first box states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
The second box states that you're waiving your right to appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And Mr. Fontenot, I have another document here. This document is titled Discovery Certification. You recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature above the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Fontenot, prior to signing and initialing these documents, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir.
And did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct
Yes,
to the
sir.
best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
State, I have before me state's exhibit number 1. State, you like to offer states 1?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objections?
No, Your Honor.
No objection. State's exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Fontenot, well, not Mr. Fontenot, Mr. McIntosh, you advised and counsel Mr. Fontenot. Is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Fontenot, your attorney, Mr. McIntosh, is advised and counsel you Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Fontenot, I will accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea of guilty and waivers was freely and voluntarily given. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
What is that agreement?
It's 300 days jail, probated over 18 months,
Okay,
no fine,
okay,
no community service,
okay,
anger management class,
okay.
no contact with the victim, Jesse Marks, JESSE MARKS.
MARKS,
Yes, Your
okay,
Honor. To run concurrently with cause numbers 329004,
329004,
329006,
okay, 329306, okay,
329
329
412.
412,
And the state will dismiss cause numbers 330
330
930
930
330
330
924
924
330
330
926
926
and 330
330
928.
928. Okay. Mr. Fontenot,
Yes, sir.
the state is offering that you serve 300 days in Jefferson County Jail, but you would not have to serve any time in the Jefferson County Jail because you'll be on probation for 18 months. During the 18-month probationary period, you will not be required to pay a fine. However, you will be required to pay court costs in the amount of $342. You also will be required to pay a urinalysis fee of $15 each month, and your total amount of monthly installments is $35 each month. Will you be able to pay the $35 each month?
Yes, sir.
You'll also be required to perform 80 hours of community service. You'll be required to pay a $100 fee to a family violence center in Jefferson County. You'll be required to attend and complete an anger management class. You cannot have any contact with Jesse Marks. Cause numbers 330-930 and cause number 330-926, cause number 330-926. Uh-oh. Let me see this. I'm gonna restart that all over again. Cause number 330-930, cause number 330-924, cause number 330-926, and cause number 330-928 will be dismissed. In this case, we'll be running concurrently with cause number 329-412, cause number 329-004, and cause number 329-006. Mr. Fontenot, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Fontenot, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Mr. McIntosh, would you please hand that to Mr. Fontenot? Now, Mr. Fontenot, you've just been handed out the model written admonishment on ineligibility to possess a firearm or ammunition. In accordance with the Texas Administrative Code, Section 176.1, the court hereby admonish you of the following. Number one, you are by entry of order or judgment ineligible under Texas law to possess a firearm or ammunition. Number two, beginning now, if you possess a firearm or ammunition, it could lead to charges against you. If you have questions about how long you will be ineligible to possess a firearm or ammunition, you should consult an attorney. Number three, under Texas Penal Code Section 46.013, a firearm means any device designed, made, or adapted to expel a projectile through a barrel by using the energy generated by an explosion or burning substance or any device readily convertible to that use. B, firearm does not include a firearm that may have as an integral part a folding knife blade or other characteristics of weapons made illegal by Penal Code Chapter 46, and that is one, an antique or curio firearm manufactured before 1899 or two, a replica of an antique or curio firearm manufactured before 1899, but only if the replica does not use rimfire or centerfire ammunition. The statutes listed below are starting point for ineligibility to possess a firearm or ammunition. For more information about the laws that make you ineligible to possess a firearm or ammunition, or for more information on how long your ineligibility to possess a firearm or ammunition lasts, the court recommends you contact an attorney. Code of Criminal Procedure, Article 17.292, Magistrate's Orders for Emergency Protection. Code of Criminal Procedure, Article 42.0131, Notice for persons convicted of misdemeanors involving family violence. Penal Code Section 46.02, Unlawful carrying weapons. Penal Code Section 46.04, Unlawful possession of firearm. Penal Code Section 25.07, Violation of certain court orders or conditions of bond in a family violence, child abuse or neglect, sexual assault or abuse, indecent assault, stalking, or trafficking case. Family Code Section 85.026, warning on protective orders. The written warning, the written admonishment that has been handed out to you, that's for you to keep.
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, Ms. Bridget, I know he had these 4 cases that was just added on today. Does he have a TRN on those?
That's the one that's being dismissed.
I think 5 were added today.
I don't know.
4 of them are being dismissed.
Only one was added that we're pleading to, that's the 330.
922.
Yes, ma'am. All the others that were newest added, they're
No, they
dismissed.
don't, yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna have to have a TRN on one, huh?
Well, we take care of that when we go downstairs.
So it's gonna be, so the reason why I'm asking, because if he has to be arrested,
He has to keep his papers with him.
yeah, I'm just saying, I'm terming in terms of the TRN, we wanna make sure that that his TRN is gonna be on each case.
The judge, the sheriff's department gets reports and they'll, once they see that it's dismissed, we don't,
I'm saying,
I'm gonna get a TRN created for them
right,
if I can. Depends where he bonded out and everything, if they can get but right now, no, he doesn't have TRNs on these.
that's the 4 that's being dismissed, but they're gonna be okay. What about the other, but those, if they need a TRN, they'll be able to get it it'll be transported?
The only one that he doesn't have one on for the probation is the 330922.
And how are we gonna get that?
We have ways, we call, we have different, it depends whether he's incarcerated or not, and
Well, he'll be on
different
probation.
people that we call to get him.
So he'll have one.
Hopefully so. It depends how he bonded out or where he bonded out, if it wasn't here and they can't get him, but they do.
Where you bonded out at?
Which
He
would be like,
had, today was his first.
Well,
No, I'm
that's-
talking about on the other
The
cases.
other ones.
Oh.
would you be like, what bail bond?
No, did you bond in this county?
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, it should be able to be gotten.
Okay.
Problem, but-
Okay, now, Mr. Fontenot, you're gonna stand on the X next to your court, in front of the court clerk, and you're gonna follow her directions. Once you finish following her directions, you'll be free to go.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Mr. if you will
329086, it was Rice.
Oh, Jeremy Cameron, that case was dismissed?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
It's on the second.
It's on the
page of
tablet?
announcement.
okay,
Yes, sir.
write them in the blue square?
okay. All right, we'll take care of that. And Mr. Fontenot, we signing the dismissals. You'll be able to get your dismissals before you leave. All right. Mr. McIntosh?
I believe so, Judge.
All right, you're free to go and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Judge. And April called in, yeah, she's rescheduled set for next week for her to pay on Tuesday. Yeah.
Okay,
And I apologize, Judge. I said once I heard he got taken in, I didn't want him to spend the week in jail.
okay. The court is back in session. We have two cases that we need to call on our court's bond forfeiture docket. First case is cause number 323-949. Case is filed the state of Texas versus Jackie Wilson. Jackie Wilson was scheduled to be in court this morning for the announcement docket at 9 a.m. on today's date of December 10 of 2021. At or about 9 a.m., the court's bailiff called the name of Jackie Wilson at the courthouse door. Jackie Wilson did not answer. The time now is 1:30 p.m. on today's date. And Mr. Wilson has not appeared in court since the court has been in session. Mr. Bailiff, would you please call the name of Jackie Wilson?
Jackie Wilson. Jackie Wilson. No response yet.
Okay. Jackie Wilson's name was just called again by the court's bailiff at the courthouse door. Jackie Wilson did not answer. A reasonable time has passed to give Mr. Wilson an opportunity to appear in court. He has not, to give Jackie Wilson an opportunity to appear in court. Jackie Wilson has not appeared in court. State, do you have a motion?
Yes, Your Honor, the state would move for bond forfeiture.
That motion will be granted. Jackie Wilson bond will be forfeited and a warrant shall be issued for Jackie Wilson's arrest in cause number 323-949. Next case is cause number 329-606. Case is filed the state of Texas versus Sharon J. Plessette. Sharon Plessette was scheduled to be in court this morning at 9 a.m. for the court's announcement docket, which was scheduled on the day's date of December 10 of 2021. At or about 9 a.m., the court's bailiff called the name of Sharon Plessette. Sharon Plessette did not answer. Sharon Plessette has not appeared in court since the court's been in session. The time now is 1:32 p.m. on today's date. Mr. Bailiff, would you please call the name of Sharon Plessette?
Aaron Persett. Aaron Persett. No response, Judge.
Sharon Plasette's name was just called again by the court's bailiff at the courthouse door. Sharon Plessette did not answer. A reasonable time has passed to give Ms. Plessette an opportunity to appear in court for the court's announcement docket. State, do you have a motion?
Yes, Your Honor, the state would move for a bond forfeiture.
That motion will be granted. Sharon Plasette's bond will be forfeited and a warrant shall be issued for the rest of Sharon Plessette in cause number 329-606. This will conclude the calling of the court's announcement docket and the motion to revoke docket. Both was scheduled for 9 a.m. on the day's date of December 10th of 2021 in County Court at Law number 2 of Jefferson County, Texas. Judge Terrence L. Holmes presiding. Everyone, please have a blessed day.